Okay, let's make the legs. Grab the body again, and I'm going to shift copy down. This time saying leg, upper, right. Okay, now there's only one problem, is that we want the leg to be at the same level as the body. And right now, it's on the chain underneath the body, so we have to change that. We want that to be connected to the pelvis, not the body. So I'll just move it up to the pelvis. Oh, if it's going to let me there. Okay, so now it's at the same level as the pelvis. You'll see in just a little bit, excuse me, as the body. Okay, so we've got that, and I'm going to rotate that 180 degrees. All good. And I'm going to change the parameters on it and make the height about, let me see, maybe 2.5 feet. And the radius, how about 0.4? Let's see how that works out. I think that'll be fine. I want to change that pivot right here, pivot, move it up to about there, and make sure, yep, that it's zeroed out here. Okay, all good. Move that up, and maybe right about there. There's a good way to check if it's in a nice position. We'll just go to the left, and we'll rotate it. We want it to be about level with the bottom of this circle here. So let's rotate it. Not too bad. Could be maybe a hair lower, but it was pretty close. Okay. I just set that back down. All good. Okay, front, and we're going to shift copy this one down. And then this one will be the lower. Right. And make sure that you connect it then. You're starting a new chain with that leg, right? So we'll just take that and move it up. And there you go. Now you've started a chain with that leg. We're going to go ahead and shift copy down again and make the foot. There it is. And we'll call it foot right. Now I'll go to my left-hand view. And I'll rotate that up 90 degrees. Kind of a big foot. Let's see if we can't change that a little bit. Bring that down to 1.5. Let's see. That doesn't look too bad. And then I think we want to squish it a little bit. So just like the hand, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll make it an editable mesh. Because remember, if I just try and take my scale tool to squish it, it will distort when I move it. So I've got that, and also I've taken the element and I've selected the whole element. Be the same thing as, let's say, selecting all the vertices. Same thing, right? But the easier way of doing it is just to go and select that element. Okay, so the whole thing is selected. I can take and I can just squish it down a bit. Oh, that's probably just fine. And go back to that top layer. my pivot where I want it to be? Yeah, it's right where it meets the curve. That'll be fine. Right, now that I've got this leg set up, I'll go ahead and just like I did with the arms, I'll select them all, shift copy, and move it over. Now I'm going to call that Fred foot L, might as well do one of them now, and say OK, but I still have to change all the other ones. So here is the upper, change that to L, and here's the lower, and look at that, I did not get that into the chain L. So the upper should be connected to the lower. Oh, what it is the foot. I didn't do the foot, that was the problem. So lower, lower, upper. Alright, yes. Same thing here. Did not get the foot put in. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. So we've got it, the upper, lower foot, upper, lower foot, all good. And we can see the body and the arms, and they are all good. Okay, now I think we'll do the head in the next tutorial, play around with that a little bit, but I want to show you just one thing before we end this one. Okay, so you can see in the Scene Explorer that everything is collapsed down to the pelvis. Okay, there's an easy way to open it up. If I right click in here, you'll see that my right click menu is a little bit different than, let's say, if I were to right click over here. Okay, so if I right click in the Scene Explorer, I get the option to expand all or expand the selected. I'll go to expand all, and you'll see it will open up everything. If I want to close everything, I can simply right click and go collapse all or collapse selected. Those are very handy. One last thing is that if I wanted to select everything, obviously I could just drag a marquee around it, but there's another way in here as well. So I could go here where it says Fred pelvis, selecting the pelvis, right-clicking right on that, and saying select child nodes, because that's what that chain is. It's a parent-child relationship. That's how they refer to it. So by selecting the children, I've basically selected everything. Okay, well, with that, that's enough of a blocky for now. You know, you could see that you could do a few things with that, easy to move around. And next tutorial, we'll go ahead and we'll put a head on it, and we'll show you even how you could set that up for animation.